It's another episode of Magical Creators Online Summit. And today's guest is Brad Yates, and he's known as an EFT wizard, emotional freedom technique. And today we will talk how we can use tapping to address various business-related issues. So, Brad, can you just give a brief introduction about yourself? Because even though it seems unbelievable that somebody may not know about you, but just in case.
Oh, thank you, Inga. There are tons of folks who don't know me yet, but I appreciate this opportunity to share this work with more people. So I actually started as an actor. But when I went to Hollywood to be a movie star, I fell in love with a woman and got married. And when our first child was on the way, I thought I should probably have a backup career. And so I trained to become a hypnotherapist. And after a while, found that doing that kind of personal development work was really my calling. We left Los Angeles, and through some other hypnotherapists, I found out about emotional freedom technique, or tapping. And I just fell in love with this technique, and it quickly became my main technique. So I've been doing this for the last, actually it's 2 decades right now that I've been tapping. And it's a powerful technique for lowering stress, shifting our mindset. So in terms of our life, in terms of our careers, our businesses, there are things that we can do that we stop ourselves from doing, not because we're bad or stupid or weak or lazy, but because we have old conditioning, old misinformation about why we couldn't or shouldn't take these actions. So we brilliantly stop ourselves from doing things that could benefit us. And there's a stress response when that happens. So I just love the simplicity of this technique for clearing out that stress so that we have greater freedom to succeed.
Excellent. And did you use anywhere in your new career your acting skills?
Well, I've now written, directed, produced, and starred in about 900 of my own short films on YouTube. So, and some of the tapping videos are a little more theatrical than others. So, and I do live events, and I still love working with an audience. So I absolutely believe that that first starting out as an actor was very, very beneficial for me in my career.
Excellent. And I came across you for the first time when I was searching something on YouTube. I think it was around, money magnet, something. And then the video popped up about tapping to become a money magnet, or various videos about money. And I've noticed that it's so easy to follow your instructions, and they make so much sense. One of my favorites, by the way, is Around a Millionaire. And when you talk through in terms that it's not safe to be a millionaire, or that what may happen when you become one. And I also attended your 2 events in London. And I remember, I didn't expect it, but I remember my face was sore after, 6 hours of non-stop tapping. I couldn't touch it the next day. But I should say that, so your first event that I attended was in July. It was beginning of July. And by the end of July, I hit my magic number in terms of the revenue, exactly what I wanted, and even a little bit more. And I wanted to ask you about YouTube. So as our summit is all things entrepreneurial, I looked up on your channel. You started in 2007, and maybe having an acting background helped you to feel braver in front of the camera. But how did you manage the consistency? Because you have over 900 videos already. So how did you manage to do the process?
Yeah, well, it's funny. So when I shot that first video, which has a little bit of theatricality in it, Tap of the Morning, YouTube was pretty new. And I'd already been putting things online. As far as I knew, I was the only person who had put audio recordings of tapping rounds online at that point. And then when YouTube came out, I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if there was a tapping video that people could use to start their day? And I'll call it Tap of the Morning. And it was all I intended to do. I had no intention of creating what I created. It was like, well, I put that one video up and that's it. And it was about 6 months later that I thought, I should probably have a tapping video to end the day. And I created Tap of the Evening. And then I was done. And then 3 months later, I had another idea. And then they started coming, and I would shoot sometimes 4 or 5, maybe 6 videos all at once. Because, they're like 5 to 10 minutes long. And then I'd post them all at once. And someone was saying, hey, that's too many. I can't watch them all right away. So that's when I started to, after a while, just post them one new in a week. But I would have several that I'd already shot. And sometimes if I've shot several, I may go for a month or 2 without shooting one. But then I'll get ideas, and I have long lists of ideas. I'm constantly coming up. I'll be walking. So on my morning run, I'll be listening to audiobooks, and I'll be hearing something about psychology or brain science. And I have a great idea for a video. And, I love having AirPods, because I'll just, tap and tell Siri, send myself an email, and I'll remind myself, okay, so I have these long lists of ideas for videos. So that's just part of it was the willingness to just put it out there for free, because it was feeling like I'm on a mission to make as big a difference as I can. So when I come up with a video, rather than thinking, oh, this is great, here's another product I can sell, unfortunately, if I had a nickel for every, but I just have these ideas, and it's like, I need to have this reach as many people as possible. There's people out there who need to see this. And maybe 1 or 2, it may be thousands. And, and it's very gratifying to look and see that, I get 10,000 views a day or something like that, to know that I'm able to make that kind of difference. So I'm very grateful to the creators of YouTube that have allowed me to do it that way.
Do you use monetization on your channel? Like, do you run ads?
Yeah, I don't run as many ads as I could. It was funny. The first time I ran an ad, or early on when I did it, someone was like, well, it'd be nice if Brad figured out another way to make money than running ads. It's like, really? You're getting a free video and you can't sit through it? I have video ads on some. A lot of them I don't, because so many of my videos are designed to help people in distress. And it just it doesn't feel right to me to say, hey, I've got a video that's going to help you with your distress, but first, sit through this 5 minutes. So I don't have as many ads as I'm not monetizing the level that a lot of other folks could or would. But I still, it's a nice supplementary income.
Definitely. What would your recommendation would be for people who want to be successful on YouTube? What would you recommend them doing?
Well, create content, be good at what you do, and find out what you're good at. So, and for me, it's the intention. I always come from an intention of trying to do as much good. And I miss a lot of the things, because there are a lot of people teaching how to be successful on YouTube, figuring out how do you click people in, and what do they want? And to me, it's been more important to present what feels important to me, rather than saying, okay, well, this is what feels right to me, but this is what'll get more views. And not that that's wrong. I'm definitely not saying that that's wrong. It's finding out what works for you. But I certainly, want to encourage folks to be as authentic as possible. That's certainly one of the things that I get a lot from folks. Is one of the reasons they say they follow my work is because I come across as very authentic. Excellent. So you want to trade that, but yeah, create good content and create a fair amount of it.
See whether we can do tapping around 2 aspects. One is selling on from a stage, or like at the event, because I came across that I can craft like a campaign for my client. I can talk them through all the steps and necessity to make an offer, because so it's a service to the customer to give them opportunity to going on a deeper level with the presenter. But a lot of my clients say, I can't sell from stage. I just can't. I would prefer people coming to me and no, I can do event for 8 hours long, but I won't do the selling. This is one question that I would like to address in the tapping. So those people can use the tapping that we are going to do and overcome the limiting belief. Another one, event organizer, I'm interested to sell it out so that all the available space is filled in, and how to make inspirational tapping around it that I am able to attract all the people that need to be there.
That's great for me because I've got a bunch of live events too, so I can. It's always there. Nothing's so good that it can't get better, and I'm happy to clear that stuff out. And as you know, having been to two of my events, the first one you went to, I didn't sell from the stage. This last one I did. That was something I started last year, and the first weekend I did it, I made so much money, and I'm like, I can't believe I've spent 10 years doing events and not selling from the stage. And I'm certainly not a master of it, but do it, because not only is it good for you, because the more abundance you have, the more you can share. So it's good for you to have more abundance, but it also gives you an opportunity to deliver more value. You can deliver a lot of value in an 8-hour workshop, but then they're going to go home. And for them to be able to take more of that value with them is a gift to them. And you do a workshop offer, and you're allowing them to get things that you know are good for them at a special rate. So it's a total win for them. It's a win for you. It's an absolutely a win-win situation. So yeah. So everyone, go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. And just following your breath through your body, just allowing yourself to be present. Follow your breath through your body, allowing yourself to be aware of what you're feeling, both physically and emotionally. Maybe you rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 as to how good you're feeling right now. And just allowing yourself to be aware of that as a sort of a benchmark. Now, I want you to think about events. First of all, thinking about selling tickets to an event. Imagine seeing the room that you're going to have and see it full. And notice now how you're feeling. Check in with how you're feeling physically and emotionally. Part of you might be excited, but allow yourself to be aware of any resistance, any discomfort, any part of you that says, I can't do this, it's not possible, I don't deserve it, it's not safe. And ultimately, all of those statements come down to, it's not safe, it's not okay. It's just allow yourself to be aware of any resistance around that. Now allow yourself to think about being in that room with all those people and taking a moment to offer something. Whether you're selling products or another event or personal sessions or whatever it is that you might be selling. Imagine yourself talking to this audience, allowing yourself to be aware of the thought, well, they've already paid money to be here. How dare I ask them for more money? Just allow yourself to be aware of whatever thoughts and feelings, memories might come up. Allow yourself to be aware of any sense that it's wrong, that you can't do it, that you shouldn't do it. So with either selling tickets to the event or selling things at the event, just allow yourself to be aware of how much resistance you might be feeling inside. Notice where you might feel tightness, queasiness, however it might be showing up physically or emotionally. Whatever thoughts, beliefs, or memories might be coming up as to why you couldn't or shouldn't. And take a deep breath and let it go. And open your eyes. And I don't know if you're familiar, some of you may not be familiar with tapping, but just do what I do and say what I say. So we're tapping right here on the side of the hand, what we call the karate chop point. Even though I have some resistance about this, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have some resistance about this, I choose to love and honor myself anyway. even though I have some resistance about this. Maybe some resistance to selling tickets. Maybe some resistance to having a full house. Maybe some resistance to selling to that house. Because they've already paid to be there. And it feels wrong to sell anything else to them. No matter how much value it might give them. And even though I feel all this resistance, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who has contributed to this resistance. All this resistance, all this resistance, all this resistance to selling. Because that's what it ultimately comes down to. Whether it's selling tickets or selling things from the stage. Some part of me is feeling some resistance. Some part of me is saying it's not okay. So what am I afraid of? What am I afraid will be the negative consequence? Will people be annoyed with me? Will they be angry at me? Am I afraid that I'll disappoint them? Am I afraid they'll be critical of me? All these fears about what might happen. All these fears about the pain I might experience. Part of me says, it would be great to make more money. I would love to have more money. But it will come at too high a cost. The potential pain that I could experience is too much. And part of me is saying, the money isn't worth the risk. And there may also be a part of me that sees the money as the painful thing. Part of me might be saying, I have no trouble talking about what I have to offer. I'm happy to let people know about my event. I'm happy to let people know about my products. It's just the money I can't handle. Part of me says, any more money than what I have right now would not be safe. It's not safe to make more money. So I have to stop myself from selling. I need to limit my abundance. And why is that exactly? What am I afraid would happen if I sold out all the tickets? What am I afraid would happen if I sold a lot of products at the event? Why does that seem dangerous? Why does that feel unsafe? I choose to clear this fear. I choose to clear it at a cellular level. choose to clear it all the way back through my past, back through my childhood, maybe even before that. Clearing this fear about money, clearing this fear about sales, back through all the different times in my life that I somehow got the message that sales was bad, or that money was bad. Those were misunderstandings. Sales are a really good thing. It's just allowing people to find out the value of something. I'm helping people get something that's good for them. Unless I doubt that it's good for them. And I need to clear those doubts and make sure that I'm delivering value. I choose to sell with integrity. There are a lot of people selling things without integrity. And I've picked up on that. And I may have decided that sales were bad. It's not the sales that are bad. It's the lack of integrity. And I choose to be a person of integrity. So the selling that I do is really good. So I'm clearing all that resistance. Setting myself free to deliver a lot of value. And feeling really good about that in body, mind, and spirit. And take a deep breath. And close your eyes again and allow yourself to go inside and think about selling tickets or selling things from the stage. And notice again where you had been feeling that resistance before, and see if, rate that again on a scale of 0 to 10. Hopefully that number has gone down. It's also possible that you've just become more aware of certain things. And so now you can look at, oh, here's where I've had some misunderstandings and I need to do some more clearing work around that. You'll have a better idea of what might have been blocking you from selling.
That was wonderful. Thank you. And what I've discovered for myself, so I know what other speakers will be talking about at my event, and I'm one of the speakers as well, but I didn't nail the topic for myself yet. And during the preparation, even before we started tapping, so I suddenly saw my presentation, and now everything fell into place in terms, now I can't wait for the event to happen. Like, I can't wait to deliver my presentation. And so it's so much easier to offer people to attend my event because I know that it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, can't wait to have as many people there as possible.
Yes, I will keep you posted. So thank you so much. And I will add some information how people can get more of your stuff and see what you're doing and discover more of your videos, because you have covered so many topics on YouTube on how to tap and how also people can work with you on a deeper level.
Thank you. Yeah, whatever's coming up for you, there's probably a tap for that.
Yes, exactly. So thank you so much.